Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. It's Friday, March 5th, coming to you with the weekly market report for the town of Babylon. End of the first quarter, baby. We're here already into 3 months of 2021. Where is this year going? Lots of interesting things happening this week. So we have JJ Johnson and Johnson vaccine on the island here. We also have M&T taking over People's United Bank. That's my bank. That's where I go. So now what am I gonna do? Got to figure out where I'm gonna do my banking now. I like to do the the smaller banks. Give it a little bit more personal feel. I kind of appreciate that. So got to find the next small bank before it's taken over, I guess. And then finally we have so we are 1 year into COVID already. Seems like it's yesterday this thing started, and here a year later we still we're still dealing with it. Albeit we had vaccines out for 3 different vaccine sources, but still a year already. Wow. All right, so we have now mortgage rates. Now listen, people, we have mortgage rates starting to tick up a little bit. 30-year mortgage is it's over 3%. We haven't seen that in a while. It's actually at 3.02%. That's up 0.05 from where it was last week. The 15-year fix is coming in at actually where it was last week, 2.34. That hasn't moved since last week. And then we have the adjustable rate mortgage, the ARM, down. It's actually down 0.26% to 2.73. I'm sorry, I said 2.6%. Actually, 0.26 of a point down from where it was last week. So we see mortgage rates moving up a little bit. We are more so concerned with the 30-year mortgage for would be home buyers. We wanted to see that rate a little bit below 2%, but below 3%. But we see that going up, so we'll keep an eye on that and see where it continues to go. The trending right now is trending up. We were as low as, like I said, 2.6, 2.55, and now here we are at 3.02. So we'll see what that does in the coming weeks, if it continues to go up, or if it's gonna fall back down below 3%. Now, what that means for us consumers is that the more we see those rates go up, the less the less buyers we're gonna see out there in the market, to be honest. And for sellers, you're gonna have less people looking at your homes. And then as the spring market comes around, we may even see some more homes coming into the market there. I was looking at a report earlier, said that we are actually at half the levels from where we were last year when it comes to total homes available, and this is throughout the country, of course, but at half the levels from where it was a year ago. So just keep that in mind and continue to keep an eye on these rates. All right. Okay, so of course, as always, before I get into the actual numbers for the report, this report is specific to the town of Babylon. If you wanted something done for your town, zip code, neighborhood, your specific home, just AM, PM me, and now we can definitely sit down and go over those numbers and see what it looks like for you in your area. Okay, all right. Town of Babylon. So total homes on the market, we got 280 homes, available for sale. And when I say 280 homes, that's actually inclusive of condos, co-ops, and single-family homes. No commercial properties in there. Those are the 3 primary homes we are speaking of for this report. So that's actually up from 0.57% from where it was last week. So 280 total homes available. New homes came on this week. We had a total of 65 new homes. That's a 14% increase from where it was last week. That's a good sign for the market in terms of people looking for home. We have more availability, so that's beautiful. All right, pending homes, that's actually down. At 44, a drop of 35.5%. I mean, as we see, the less homes that were available, and some of those homes go on, even though it's a hot market, we didn't have a lot of inventory, so it was a small number of homes going pending. So, not nothing to be really concerned about at this point. Sold homes, and again, those are the homes that closed out from when we had those when we had the mad rush of homes going pending, where we, if you remember correctly, the pending homes were outpacing the new homes coming on. But sold homes came in at 62, slightly down. It's actually was one home down from where it was last week. It was 63 last week, 62 this week. So just a 1.6% drop from last week. So for those sold homes now, when we look at the numbers of the list price to closing price, so when it was listed, the median number came in at 459,500, right? And then the actual close price came in at 482,500, which is pretty much a 5% increase from list to close. So it just gives you an idea of how competitive it was, and when those homes were pretty much going for over asking price when they went into contract. Okay. All right. And then the median days on market came in at 28 days, for these homes to be sold pretty much. And now for the absorption rate, we see that number increase a little bit actually. So in prior weeks, we were coming in closer to a month, less than a month. This week, we're actually up to 6.4 weeks, which translate to roughly about a month and a half. So again, for this week, actually, those homes stayed on the market a little bit longer. Some of these took a while to close. We had, mortgages. We had some of the townships actually taking a little while to get these closed out. Remember, we were working with skeleton crews at the townships when it came to like getting stuff like title and surveys and stuff like that. So everything was backed up. People were working remotely. Even the lenders were kind of working remotely. So we see, in comparison to some of the closing, some of the sold homes when they close and so on, we see those, we see the absorption rate. It's gonna vary a little bit as we keep an eye on that. So I expect it to go up a little bit, but that, my friends, is the weekly market report for the town of Babylon. We this week, I don't know about you guys, but the last couple of days were extremely cold here in New York. We had some teens dipped a little bit overnight to some single digits, but last night, for example, not last night, the night before, it was extremely windy. So but spring is in the ear. Say all that to say spring is in the ear. So listen, it's the weekend. Still got some daylight. It's now it's almost 5 o'clock here, and it's pretty bright outside. That's a sign of warmer days ahead. So be safe. Do whatever you do responsibly. Oh, and how could I forget? It's Women History Month. We wouldn't be here without our women. So just acknowledge them. It's something we probably should do every day, all day, but every day, all day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. But this month is dedicated to women, so we're gonna just acknowledge them for that. And that's the report, my friends. Happy Friday. See you next week.